All right. Hi, guys. So today we're going to travel far back in time again, more than 1,500 years ago, to a rugged land of mountains, forests, and misty hills in what is now Scotland. During this time, a mysterious group of people lived in the northern and eastern parts of Britain. The Romans called them the Picts, which means, in the Roman language, the painted people. They were known as fierce warriors who resisted Roman rule and carved very unusual symbols into standing stones that historians are still studying today. To help us explore their world, we're going to meet Fergus, a young lad who lives in Pictland. Through Fergus's eyes, we'll learn what daily life might have been like in a Pictish village, how his people defended their lands, and why their culture still fascinates historians today. So let's step back into ancient Scotland and hear the story of the Picts from Fergus himself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Bree. I'm an educator, farmer, an illustrator, a singer, and a proud grammar nerd. Welcome to the Farm School. Hello there, my name is Fergus, and I live in the lands my people call home in the northern parts of Britain. Our villages sit amongst tall hills, rushing rivers, and deep forests. The wind from the sea can be strong, but our people are used to living in this wild and beautiful land. The Romans and other outsiders call us the Picts. We are known as fierce warriors, skilled builders, and people who carve strange and beautiful symbols into stone. Let me tell you what a normal day is like in my village. At sunrise, smoke rises from the hearth fires inside our round houses. Families begin the day by caring for their animals, grinding grain, and preparing food. My father sometimes helps to guard the village, while my mother prepares cloth and prepares meals. Many people work the land, growing crops and raising cattle. Others craft tools, jewelry, and weapons. As for me, well, I help with chores and listen carefully to the stories the elders tell about our ancestors and the warriors. Life in Pictland can be hard, but our people are strong and our community works together to survive. Now, I know we just talked about this, so I'm not going to go over it again, but you can see our roundhouses looked like the one up in the right hand side. Now, my people did not choose the name Pict ourselves. The Romans gave us that name. In their language, it means painted people. Some of our warriors decorate their skin with paint or markings before battle. Perhaps that is why the Romans thought we looked so fierce. But to us, these markings are symbols of strength and belonging. My people live across a wide land, stretching from the far northern coast down to a place called Fife. Our lands include mountains, rivers, forests, and farmland, where families raise animals and grow crops. Traveling through these lands can be difficult for outsiders, which helps to protect our villages. Many people simply call our homeland Pictland. To the south of our lands lies a powerful empire called Rome. The Romans built strong stone cities and long roads that stretch across their empire. Their soldiers march in organized armies and wear shining armor. But my people live very differently. We live in villages, guided by clan warriors and leaders who defend our lands. Between our worlds stands a great barrier built by the Romans called Hadrian's Wall. It marks the edge of their empire and the beginning of Pictland. Long ago, powerful soldiers from that distant empire came to Britain, way before I was born. They built roads, forts, and great stone walls to protect their lands. But my people lived beyond those walls. Sometimes our warriors traveled south to challenge Roman soldiers, and other times we fought to protect our lands from their armies. The Romans wrote about us in their histories, which is why people still know about my people today. The Romans were powerful, but they never truly conquered us. Our warriors know the forests and hills better than any outsider. When enemies approach, our people fight fiercely to protect our homes and families. For generations, the Picts remain strong and independent. Even in the future, people will wonder where my people first came from. Some believe our ancestors lived in these lands long before other tribes arrived. Others think we may be related to the Celtic peoples who spread across Britain. Our stories are mostly passed down by word of mouth, so much of our earliest history remains a mystery. Now, my people speak a language that may sound very different from those spoken in the other lands. In the distant future, much of our language will be lost. But scholars will study the names of rivers, hills, and villages to learn more about how we once spoke. Many believe our language was related to other Celtic languages. Now, across my homeland stand tall stones carved with mysterious symbols. Some show animals. Others show shapes, like crescents, circles, and rods. These carvings are important to our people, but their full meanings may only be known to the elders and the stone carvers who made them. In the future, historians will study these stones carefully, trying to understand what they represent. Perhaps they mark families or clans. Perhaps they tell stories or mark sacred places. Even far into the future, people will still wonder what many of these symbols mean. My people are strong builders. Across our lands you can find tall round towers called brochs, built carefully from stone. Some families also use underground homes called weems, which help protect against cold weather and enemies. These buildings show the skill and creativity of our people. Over time, the many clans of my people began working more closely together, and by the 7th century, our lands became united into a larger kingdom known as Pictland. During this time, new ideas spread among our people, including the teachings of Christianity. Now, long after my lifetime, our people will join with another group called the Scots. A ruler named Kenneth MacAlpin will become king to both peoples. Together, they will form a new kingdom called Alba, which will one day become Scotland. Though the name Pict may fade from history, our people do not truly disappear. Our traditions, stories, and lands become part of the kingdom that grows into Scotland. The stones we carved, the towers we built, and the lands we defended remain as reminders of who we were. Even many centuries from now, people will still study my people. They will examine our stone carvings, our buildings, and the stories written by outsiders. Each discovery helps them understand more about the Picts and the world we lived in. Never forget, my people were warriors, builders, and artists who lived in the lands of northern Scotland long ago. We defended our homes, carved symbols into stone, and helped shape the early history of Scotland. Though many mysteries remain about the Picts, our legacy continues to live on in the history of this land. So thanks, guys, for exploring the world of the Picts with Fergus. The Picts lived in northern Scotland long before modern nations existed. They built impressive stone structures, carved mysterious symbols into standing stones, and managed to resist the powerful Roman Empire. Even though a significant amount of their culture and language disappeared, the legacy of the Picts remains an important part of history. Archaeologists and historians continue to study their artifacts, buildings, and carved stones to learn more about who they were and how they lived. By studying cultures like the Picts, we gain a deeper understanding of how ancient communities shaped the world we live in today. And who knows? Maybe one of you will someday help uncover a new discovery that reveals even more about the mysterious people of Pictland. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video.